Like thousands of other students, Zaynah's gearing up for her A-levels. But alongside the revision, there's been an extra stress: her periods. For almost 7 years, she's struggled with pain and heavy bleeding.
We used to have 2-hour lessons, and sometimes I couldn't even get through that without leaking, and you weren't allowed to go to the toilet, so it did get quite difficult. And then as I got older, it got a lot worse, and in year 11 there wasn't a single week where I was in for 5 days. I was just suffering, like I just couldn't do anything properly, and I was like, how do you expect me to do exams and even get through lessons?
And Zaynah's not alone. In a survey of just over 3,000 girls aged 12 to 18, almost all said they experienced painful periods. 36% were forced to miss school or other education, and 20% said it had left them bedbound.
Just imagine you have an extra layer of pain, and you're trying to revise as well. You want to perform academically. It's like a barrier. It gets in the way.
It was barely talked about, just with my female friends, obviously, and in school, just during sex education.
Something charity Wellbeing of Women is now trying to change with their campaign.
Because of embarrassment about periods and sex and contraception and things like that, that we thought, well, okay, you just have to put up with it. That's life. Being unable to get on with your job or go to school or be in such a lot of pain that you really feel unwell is not normal. And also we haven't taught them that this is something that they can find help with and is actually very easy to resolve and to treat.
Zaynah did get help from specialists and was eventually diagnosed with 2 womb conditions, and is urging others not to suffer in silence.
I feel like when your pain decreases, you're just like, it's a life worth living then.
She sees the need for more education on an issue that affects half the population, and believes sharing her story can only help others. Alison Earle, BBC London.